So what's going on, guys? This is the Ninja Movies back again with an all new video. I'm actually going to be recording two videos today. Which one comes out first, I guess you'll soon find out. I did put up a poll on my channel recently asking you guys which ones you'd want first. It's pretty much come out of 50-50 at this exact moment, so here we are. So the whole concept in this in particular video is going to be giving you guys a run through of why in 2024 I believe you should collect the VHS. It's common I get, constantly, hey Ninch, why do you collect VHS over something like a DVD, a Blu-ray, or 4K? Why this in particular format, especially in the year 2024? Now, I'm just going to summarize it in a couple of different categories. The first one I'm going to get into is more of a selling point for you guys if you're thinking about collecting, but overall this isn't to sell you on the concept of VHS collecting. If you're going to do it, go out there and do it for the love of it, like I have. So basically I'm going to start off with the actual fact that I've just been a collector my whole life, so just the collecting aspect in general. If you go back to some of my earliest videos when I was a teenager, I started up this channel. I was collecting Blu-rays at the time, quite heavily too. I had something like 400, nearly 300, 400 Blu-rays back in the day. I also collected DVD back in the day, so I've always been a collector of film. However, after a couple of years of collecting the Blu-rays, I never got into 4K, I'll admit that. After a couple of years of doing non-stop buying of Blu-rays, the love for it just fizzled out for me. I think with the rise of streaming, everything that I would buy ended up being on a streaming service, and at a time in my life I thought, collecting is obsolete, so I did nothing but sell off Blu-ray collections, DVDs. Then I'd start, trying to get back into collecting, sell them off again. It just never really hit that peak again until I found the VHS. The VHS brought back the passion to collecting for me. I love collecting as a whole. And a big selling point for, I think, you guys that you guys don't understand why VHS over DVD per se is the resale value. Now, me personally, I'm a full collector. I watch my films. I haven't sold a single VHS. However, the fact that you can upscale a VHS in price is something that is worth, it can be beneficial to you guys over a DVD. I see on Marketplace DVD collections sitting there for goddamn cheap, and it's not going to be like this forever. DVDs one day will have this same effect as the VHS, but just as of right now, if I can go to an op shop and pick up a VHS that's, a little bit more rare for 50 cents or 25 cents, sell it online for, $30 to $40, because some of these VHS really are hard to come by, and that's what, the price people will pay. I've paid for eBay VHSs that I just can't find in the wild. Since it's a discontinued format, it's really about whether you can find it or not. So I think the actual resale value, if that's your thing, is a huge benefit on the VHS compared to a DVD or Blu-ray. Like I said, at this current stage, you cannot get rid of DVDs. People just think they're an obsolete format. Like I said, one day it will change. Even me, myself, I am a couple years late to this VHS thing, because I remember back in the day, God, this channel would have been thriving if I was into it a couple years ago, because the VHSs were just everywhere at op shops. They couldn't get rid of them. And for the same reason as that, I guess I was talking about the DVDs just now, I just didn't have it in my brain. I thought, hey, this is obsolete. Why would I buy a VHS? If only I fucking knew. If only I knew. One of the big other reasons that I collect VHS in 2024 is simply because whether, I just haven't seen them out in the wild, there's a lot of VHS film and TV that was never put onto any other format. I feel like the selection of films on VHS has really broadened, my cinema love. Like, there's so many movies that I've just never heard of, never would have picked up on DVD. But with the option of them being like 50 cents, I'm gonna have a go on them. Like, for example, just looking at my collection, like, when would I have picked up Johnny Stachino? Like, I still have yet to watch the film, but from the dude that did the live action Pinocchio, this just looks like a bizarre film. Did it get a DVD release? Quite possibly, but it's not a common DVD release I would see around. So little things like that, I think it has broadened my horizons on film. I really like that about the VHS. Also, the VHS, coming to the end of its era, when you're getting VHSs from like the year 2000 to 2005 or whenever, roughly it stopped, the quality got a lot better, very comparable to DVD in my personal opinion. And DVD runs at like a 480p anyway, so if you're not a quality snob, which clearly I am not, it's fine, and I would rather pick up the VHS than the DVD personally. I think another real benefit is just disconnecting from the internet, simply for the fact that, once again, Netflix and streaming overall really ruined my passion, and a lot of people's passion for movie collecting. It did. It felt like it was obsolete to collect at the time. How more like away from the internet can you get than a VHS? Just the thrill of popping in a new movie, and especially the ads, bro. The ads for the time. I'm not a huge, they just don't make ads even how they used to anymore. There's nothing too exciting about them. To see trailers beyond trailers before every single VHS film, to ads of toys from like the 1980s and 1990s. It's so exciting. It brings a little bit of flavor to the release, in my personal opinion. I miss watching trailers before my film, comes out, rather than how Netflix does it. And as soon as you just hover over it, do you just want to watch it now? You're just right there. I feel like the experience, the awe that comes out of watching a VHS, a DVD, or a Blu-ray is something that we've forgotten about, and I personally love it. I wouldn't take it back. The thing that the VHS does so well, is the fact that the way that they target their ads for specific films, I really enjoy. Like, if I'm watching a horror film, I'll get nothing but some real gory type ass trailers to movies of a similar type. The Disney tapes I watch, and I get exclusively animated TV shows that are, sometimes forgotten, but it's a trailer to like season 1 of this show that, ran for 13 episodes that everyone's forgotten about. That's what I like. I mean, it's a vibe to me. The next reason I collect VHS simply is the fact of the community right here, guys. It's a simple fact that it was only a couple months ago. To look at my collection now is kind of mind-blowing to me, because I just did a VHS update, my first one, I believe, around the time of my birthday this year, February. And now I'm like, I wouldn't even know, 200 films deep into this collecting thing. You can just pick them up so fast doing, the cheap op shopping that I'm doing. The community that I have personally, I'm very proud of. I appreciate all of you guys. I think because it is VHS and it's not, I'm not a channel talking about quality in the new 4K films, it really just is a space for film lovers. Like, that's exactly what I mean. When I'm picking up obscure, rare films that I've never heard of, and I'm getting comments from you guys, and you guys are like, holy crap, I haven't seen that movie in years, I forgot about it, this is what it's about, blah blah blah, fill me in. I think the community side of it really pushed my love for collecting. I didn't know it was going to get this big whatsoever, but now I just can't stop, I just need that fix right now. I think overall and I think overall the last point of why I collect VHS in 2024 is a simple one, and it's probably why you guys watch the content too. It's nostalgia, man. Nothing in this life beats nostalgia. I think it's the strongest emotion for sure. Like, it will change everything. To open up a VHS tape that I had when I was like 5 years old, to pop it in for the first time, and it still gives me that same feeling in this weird sort of aura. You can't beat it, man. You can't beat going back in time and enjoying something that you've always enjoyed. It's as simple as that. That's why people like Nostalgia Critic, make a living off doing this stuff. You're like, hey, here's something you might not remember, but it's a little core memory. Let's just bring that back. VHS for me, it was the first format I had. I obviously got DVD pretty early on, having a PlayStation 2 and things like that, but really VHS core, that's what I remember watching when I was, at the early stages of my life. I was born in '99, so at the end of the day, I was probably only about 5 or 6 by the time VHS actually, fizzled out. But, I come from a big family. We had to just, have what we had at the time. We did good and we had some VHS. Can't always have the newest item, and I think it's just super nostalgic in that sort of purpose for me. And I hope it's nostalgic for you guys too. So overall, it's really, it is a good flip sort of sales system. If you want to do it like that, you might have to take some time with it. I personally would never be fucked individually selling unless, I was really desperate. But at the end of the day, I think the hunt, once again, I need to do more out and abouts. The hunt is easily the favorite for me, because you just don't know what you're going to come across. for what sort of price. I really enjoy, you know, picking up something rare for 50 cents, something I haven't seen before. There's so many movies that have been introduced due to the format itself, as well as the fact that it's just overall nostalgic for me. The community that I have been blessed with on this channel through doing the VHS content has just amplified the collecting for me even more, and I'm just going to continue doing it, guys. Hope this all is a pretty good explanation for you guys. Do any of you guys out there actually collect the VHS? Let me know down below. Even if you don't, hopefully this, you know, might have changed your mind. Maybe next time you're at an op shop, you'll pick up a VHS and, you know, have a sit down experience, pop in a film rather than just streaming all the time. That's just, you know, the way I'm looking at it. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Leave this video a like, add it to your favorites, and subscribe, and I will see you for my favorite Christmas films list video. Skoo!